Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while, but in this video I would like to show you how I paint the flowers for my balcony mosaic project. Here you can see I already had some pieces pre-made, and I'm really glad because it takes me a while and these I just have to paint on. You can see they still have a lot of dust on them, so the first thing to do will be to clean them and wipe off all that dust with a wet cloth. After cleaning these pieces, I will start painting them, and the first thing I will do is paint the color of the petal on the sides. So the reason I do this is because in case they are not as tall as I want them, or they are too tall and you get to see the sides, I want them to be the same color and not different. So I start with doing all the sides first, and after that there's another 4 steps for the tile to be completely painted. Now it used to be 7 steps. I used to color also the inner side of the petals with a cream color, but then I realized that when I would cook it, the result would be the same. So I was just spending money on color that I didn't really need. So I stopped doing that, and instead, skipping that step, I move on to the thin lines like you can see here. Now these lines I used to do with a pencil first, so I can see where I am putting the paint. However, I've done it so many times that I've gotten used to the movement and I know about where each arch should be. Now skipping the cream color step really makes me save time. However, it's still a very long process, especially because you want to make enough pieces to fill the kiln, and otherwise it would be a waste of electricity when you fire it if it's not completely full. After doing all the arches with the color I want, I will fill in the space. And the thing with ceramic colors is that you have to go over the color 2 or 3 times, so you need 2 or 3 layers for the color to appear the proper intensity and not transparent after being fired in the kiln. If you are interested in knowing how I make these ceramic tiles, I will leave a link in the description on another video where I show how I create them from scratch. It's actually very easy, and even in the case where you do not have a kiln to cook them, you can always look for workshops near you and ask them to fire your pieces in the kiln for a fee, for example. So this is quite a repetitive activity, making tiles, especially if you need to make a lot of them that look the same. So I wanted to take this time also to recap a little bit the mosaic balcony project that I'm going through. It all started because I wanted to add my own piece to the house that my grandparents built, which is the house we live in right now. I was inspired by the mosaic wall my mother made in the garden, and I wanted to do something just as big, if not bigger. So I decided to do the interior of my balcony all mosaic. This, as you can already tell by how long it's taking me to make these tiles, it will take a long time. I calculated about 20 years, but it could be more. So real quick before I go back to the recap, here are some of the pieces that I made, and I already know this won't be enough. So what I will do is finish cleaning the rest of the pieces in the box, and we will see from there how it goes. Going back to the recap of the balcony mosaic project, I decided to assign a different flower to each room, and these flowers are the ones I will make in clay. Now, I started with this flower here, which is very generic, and I know that the future flowers are going to be much more difficult, and probably it will take me longer to make them. That's why I think it could very well take me more than 20 years. And I also want to add some mosaics on the interior just to connect the indoors to the outdoors. Now at this stage of my tile painting, I thought I had enough to fill the kiln, so I moved to the next step, which would be drawing the thin black lines. Now this is the hardest process, the hardest steps out of all of them. It's very difficult to make thin lines, and in this period we had also people excavating next to our house to build another one, and the house would shake, so I would get very frustrated, but I pulled through. Every time I would have some spare time to work, I would do a few of these and try to film it. These were made during the summer, so for me it was very difficult to work because I was very busy with my mosaic workshop. Being a very touristic island, Crete has a lot of people coming in the summer, so those are the months that are the busiest for me as well at the Marinella Mosaic Workshop. By the way, if you are ever on holiday in Crete and you're looking for a nice relaxing activity that also helps you express your creative side, feel free to join one of our workshops. We will be very happy to have you. I will leave a link in the description so you can see the website and whatever workshops we have to offer in case you are interested. Here you can see how patient you need to be for these dark lines. This is the only part of the painting process that I can't really get the hang of. I always make small mistakes. I'm always shaking, and the more I try to be precise, the more I shake. So this was definitely the most frustrating and patience training step of all of them. A lot of people that come to the workshop and get to see the project up close ask me how I managed to do the same thing over and over again without going crazy. And my answer to them is always that this for me is like a therapy, and I know that at the end I will get this feeling of satisfaction and happiness every time I pass by my balcony and I see the work. It looks especially nice in the evenings when you can see the difference between the shiny handmade tiles and the ones that are bought from the Mainzu brand and I use for the background. So this is just something that fills my day and makes me really, really happy. And I could not imagine focusing on anything else now that I started. It's really like a healthy obsessions, I want to believe, but I always think it's good for the soul making something with your hands and ultimately having that thing make you happy. So I finally finished scratching all the imperfection out of the small tiles. Now I need to fix some of them. So this is the batch that I need to fix. because one way or another I might have made some mistakes in scratching off parts, or let me see if I can see something that is very obvious. Okay, like here you can see while I was scratching on the sides, this whole part fell off. Same here, same here. So in one way or another, these need to be fixed. And after that, I can go on to the last part, which is to do the red lines where the scratches in the middle are. So it's finally time to do the thin red lines. They look pink, but once they will be cooked in the kiln, once they will be fired, sorry, they will turn red. Even the purple will be slightly different. Here we are, finally, our little army of petals. So I counted these. Apparently these are 605 pieces. Now let's see if I can actually fit them in the kiln, or if there is more space for me to fill. Hopefully not. Hopefully I can fire it with this amount. Fingers crossed. So sadly, 600 pieces are not enough. I will probably need another 300, 400 to fill the rest of the kiln. So back to work. So to try and fill the rest of the kiln, I'm gonna do some more pieces of the same I was painting before, but this time in a light blue color. A lot of ceramic colors look different before and after they are fired in the kiln. So this is not actually the color. It will be a very light blue, like baby blue, once it's been fired. Now, because this project is very time consuming, I wanted also to acknowledge the fact that I'm very lucky to be able to do a project like this. And I was wondering, if you were to cover a wall or a part of your house, something that you would see every day with Mosaic, what would you like to do? Leave it down in the comments below. So you might have already guessed it, but that last batch that I made was not enough to fill the kiln. So I realized as well that I am missing the monopetals for the purple ones. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. I have here a box with some of them that I had already prepared in the past, and they just need painting, so I'm just trying to paint all of these. I know these won't be enough for sure, but then I'll decide what to do once I'm done with these and once I see how much space they actually take. To be honest, I'm not sure what I was thinking, hoping that these pieces could fill the kiln, especially because after you stain them you can still stack them up one on top of the other, like here for example in the kiln, so they take even less space. And these pieces in particular, being so small, they're such a big inconvenience to stack in the kiln. So yeah, in the end I added some more monochromatic pieces, and finally after the first firing, this is the result. Here you can see the last monochromatic pieces that I painted just to fill the kiln. And I would like you to try and guess, by looking now at the box getting filled, try and guess how many pieces they are. You already know they were about 600 at a certain point. Now, looking at this box, write in the comments below how many you think they are. So after the first firing, unfortunately, we're not done yet. Very last step is to glaze them. And for my glazing, I like to use a transparent one just to give them that last shine and have that last change of color. So I am preparing here everything so I can glaze them. Now the thing about glazing is that once it's in the kiln fired, it melts, it gets sticky, and then it hardens. So if you have pieces touching, they will, but basically they will bond to each other, they will melt together, and you won't be able to detach them. This is the same reason you have to be careful that the glaze doesn't get underneath your tiles, because then it will stick to the plates of the kiln and either your tile gets ruined or the plate gets ruined. So that's something to keep in mind. So I hope you're ready for the final result, because after I reopen this kiln, it will be the pieces finished, glazed, and I can show you up close what they look like. So here you can see all the different pieces a bit up close. I store them in these containers and jars for easy access. Let me know in the comments which one of these is your favorite. And if you reach the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.